Hello, everyone. Welcome to Niche Sports, and it's really great to have you here. We are finally in the round of 16 of the Euro 2020. Welcome. And today we've got two very exciting games lined up. Now, I know we've been away for a while because I was obviously held up with, the World Test Championship commentary, but it's fantastic to be back to talk about football and about a very important stage in Euros. My team, Portugal, have made it through, although it was a very dramatic group. And as always, it's fantastic to have my friend Akash Tiwari, a very important member of our team at Nishad, join us. I'm going to welcome him right now. Hi Akash, welcome back. It's so good to have you and so good to be back talking about, our favorite tournament at the moment.
Absolutely. It feels really good to be back, and hopefully, this will be the start of another streak of more of these sessions coming in.
No, absolutely. Because we've got these round of 16 games. We've also got our we've got the quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. So there's a lot lined up, and I'm hoping what Portugal did in 2016, they managed to do it again. And I'm also hoping Sachin joins us because, as you know, his insights on football are a lot more stronger than some of ours. He presents a different take. But anyways, it's round of 16, and it's a very very important stage for all the teams because now it's you perform or perish because there is no second chances in the group stages. Even if you finish third place, you still have got a chance, but there is no such leeway here. Either you win or you go home, and that's what it is. It all boils down to the knockouts, and the real quality of the champions comes through. Akash, I'd like to ask you, compared to what Portugal did last time, I remember they did not win a single game in the group stage, but still went on to win the tournament, qualified third place. This format leaves room for that. It's a bit like what the repechage format does in the Olympics, right?
Sorry, I think I lost you there. But you might have to repeat the question, please.
Okay, so what I said, see, remember the last time when Portugal, in spite of drawing all the games in the group phase, got through into the playoffs because of the qualification rules and still made it through to the finals and won the tournament. It's sort of what, the format is sort of what repechage does in the Olympics, right?
Exactly, it does. And the good thing about this format right now is even the teams finishing third have a chance of making it through to the very final game because they are in the round of 16, provided they perform to a certain level. This best of third teams finishing third and then qualifying for the round of 16 itself gives them that motivation to perform. And as you said, Portugal last time didn't seem like they were going to go all the way and win the trophy. So you never know. From even Denmark, for that matter, in this tournament with the Christian Eriksen incident, I was not hoping them to beat Russia 4-1. And if you saw the game, they were playing like one of the top European teams. And it's just about getting that opportunity, getting that motivation to perform at this level. And as you said, it's either you go big or you go home.
You're 100% right about this. And, the biggest thing, like even our friend has noted in our research and everything, that that the fact that Christian Eriksen is alive and well is possibly one of the biggest things. And although Denmark was shaken up in the first game, they did well in the second. They played with a very rare spirit, and I think at the moment that is what is motivating them to lift their game in this tournament.
Absolutely, though. The Christian Eriksen incident and that specific game, ideally that should have been called off, but because of the rules and because of the situation that the teams were in, they had to go on and play the game on that specific day. That must have been difficult for the players, for the manager, for the staff involved, because after watching what we watched on the pitch on the pitch, it was almost impossible. It could be tough for any individual who's already struggling with mental health, it does have an impact. A player randomly collapsing on the pitch and then taken away on stretcher does not look good at all. So kudos to the Denmark players, the staff, the manager. They've been able to pull it off. They're now in the round of 16 and they have a good shot at the quarterfinals. So mental health again comes into the question, and then you have to give credit to the players and staff in the Danish team.
Now it's Denmark who are facing Wales, and we've got a comment from Sagar Mehta who says Denmark are going through. Quite a blanket prediction. Do you agree with it? Akash, are you here?
Yeah, I think there's some disturbance with.
No,
Yeah,
that's fine. But we've got a comment from one of our friends, Sagar, who says that Denmark are going through. Do you agree with this prediction?
I have a very strong feeling that Denmark, with the win that they had over Russia, they won 4-1, and the kind of gameplay that they brought on against the Russians, uh, and the momentum that they will eventually bring into the game, they have a very good chance of going through. It feels like they have a point to prove. They want to prove to the other teams and the media and the critics that they're not that soft, or that a team which will just roll over and die. Without Christian Eriksen, one of the important players, I feel they want to prove a point that they can make it to the big stage and they can go further in the tournament. So I do have a strong feeling that they might just edge it against the opposition, Wales.
Absolutely. And now when we talk about some of the key players, Kasper Schmeichel, uh, their their goalkeeper has been really amazing in terms of what he's contributed to the team. There's the captain Simon Jair, who's obviously done so well to hold the team together, especially during that hour of crisis. And this team now at the moment is, in a way, the motivation is very different compared to the other teams.
Absolutely. The
The cause
names
is
that you
different,
mentioned,
right?
right? And the names that you mentioned, they've stepped up for sure. But one name that stands out for me is that of Damsgaard, Mikael Damsgaard, who has replaced Christian Eriksen in the starting 11. He had a wonderful game against Russia, and he has been playing at a very high level ever since he's been brought in to the team. So you've got players like Simon Kjær, the captain. You've got Kasper Schmeichel. You've got Christensen, who scored an absolute worldly against Russia in the 4-1 win. You've got Kasper Dolberg. You've got Braithwaite. So they've got some of the players who stepped up to the occasion. And then, as I said, it looks like they are going to have a good time in this game, at least against Wales, who themselves look like a very strong team. But with Denmark, you never know.
You said Wales look a very strong team, and they finished second in the qualifying. They've got Gareth Bale, obviously a very well-known name for most football fans across the globe. But obviously there are others as well. They had finished on equal points with Switzerland, only got through due to a better goal difference. So the last time these two played each other was back in November 2018, and Wales had lost that time. Denmark had won 2-1, but different conditions, different scenario. What do you expect from Wales this time?
Wales have had a mixed tournament of sorts till now, I would think. Gareth Bale, obviously, the star player, has been on and off in the past year or so, ever since his loan move from Real Madrid to Tottenham last season. And the player who stands out for me when it comes to Wales is Dan James, who plays for Manchester United. He has been playing at the left flank. He's been creating chances. He's been moving the ball quite nicely. His off-the-ball movement is also something that is noteworthy. And another player that comes to my mind is the goalkeeper Ward. He has been a very strong presence inside the D, and naturally, what you would expect from your goalkeeper. Apart from him, players like Aaron Ramsey, the veteran, Allen, who played for Liverpool. It does look like on their day Wales can challenge the best of teams, but against Denmark, it just doesn't feel like they'll have to sort of bring their A game against Denmark, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting contest.
Absolutely. And to move on to the next game, which is Italy versus Australia, I think we can safely say that Italy are the favorites here. They're playing with a renewed spirit. They've had quite a few heartbreaks in recent times. Didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup, knocked out in the first round in 2010, 2014 World Cup. 2012 final, they lost in the Euros. So there seems to be a different kind, to use a Hindi word, there is a different kind of Josh in them this time.
It does feel like the Italians are inspired by the national anthem.
Oh,
They're
yes.
also inspired.
I was
They're
waiting
also
to the time when you'll bring up the national anthem.
they've always performed well at this stage, I feel, and then in the start of the tournament, no one expected them to perform this level. With the PSG midfielder and star player Marco Verratti injured at the start of the Euros, Locatelli, who's been playing quite nicely, he was called in and he started in the center of the midfield and put in two terrific performances, including he scored twice against Switzerland, as a matter of fact. So he has replaced Verratti completely, so to speak. However, Verratti returned as Mancini made wholesale changes for the third group game against Wales, and it looked like he's never been away. And as you said, Italy have been they have not conceded in the last 5 games. If I'm not wrong, could be a longer streak, but as far as I remember, I don't remember. Them conceding a goal. So not only are they good defensively, they've been scoring goals for fun. They've scored 18 goals in the last 5 games. So Austria are up against a very, very organized and strong Italian team.
Absolutely, and Austria definitely up against it. Italy playing a different at a different level. Obviously, Chiellini with all his experience leading the team from the front, and lot to play for them, trying to show that they're still a force. But Akash, thank you so much for joining me. And before you go, Wales versus Denmark. I'm guessing you're going with Denmark.
I think Denmark will edge this game. It will be a tough one, just a tough one to call because both teams have been on the same level. But I just feel Denmark will carry on that momentum from the last game and then end up winning this one.
I can't agree with you more. And when it comes to the second one, which is Italy versus Austria, I think Italy definitely favorites. I think they should get through.
Unless Austria come up with something extraordinary, yeah, it's Italy for me today.
Yeah. And also, you know what, Denmark are sort of already, there's a movie on Netflix that you can check out. They are inspired by what happened in 92, a tournament where they weren't supposed to be there, yet they went on to win. This time they've had to face something like what happened to Christian Eriksen. But even then, they have brought out that spirit and they've been motivated in a different way. So they seem to be playing a lot more than just for football or for glory. And when someone does that, there is a different kind of motivation. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Denmark tonight.
Absolutely, Denmark. I'm being honest. Denmark have looked good in the Euros. No one expected them to perform, and then the result against Finland can't really be taken into consideration given what happened. And so the 3 points from games against Belgium and Russia is a good showing. The game against Russia was an excellent game. I was unfortunately only able to watch one half, but I really wish I could watch the entire game live because the entire atmosphere in the stadium was something that every football fan, a neutral especially, would like to experience in their life. So you cannot just write them off just like that. In football, it's a funny game. It reminds me of Greece when they won the Euros all those years ago.
Oh,
so
yeah, that was really funny. That was really
so,
funny. This one, yeah. But anyway,
right.
Akash, thank you so much. Now we shall both go and settle into our sofas because we want to watch the games tonight. And yes, fans, if you're watching, you can also join us on Clubhouse. Niche Sports has a page there. We do rooms from time to time, so you're welcome to join us anytime. And yes, do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon for all the updates, and we will bring to you a lot more content. Thank you so much, everyone, and it's goodbye.
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.